Hello everybody, welcome to Kraise Gaming Presents, a brand new series of The Sinking City, a HP Lovecraftian adventure game with lots of investigations and combat, etc. I've been waiting for this game for a long time. Anyone that knows my channel from, well, since I started really, I love these type of games, especially HP Lovecraft type games, anything within sort of investigation. I've been looking forward to this for ages. I've very much wanting to share this experience with you guys. So we're going to have a look at this first. So the casebook contains your main case, which reflects your overall story progress. You can work on more than one side case at a time. Case contains information about investigation in the form of evidence, so the three icons here. Some pieces of evidence have icons that hint at which action to perform: dialogue, use, take photo, search archive, search location, etc. Evidence contains crucial information. I'm going to try and skip through these fairly quickly. Read evidence closely to identify important locations, then pin it on the map to plan your route. Pin evidence on HUD to keep track of your current goal. X to toggle on and off. Okay, fine. You can also place evidence on the map and HUD from the casebook screen. Great. So the map, these are the icons. Excellent. Investigation scenes, key evidence. Marks on the map. Evidence is shown. Mind's eye. Okay, so the mind's eye allows you to see the unseen. Use the mind's eye whenever you see distortion in the corners of the screen and hear a ringing sound. It may reveal images of the past, illusions, omens, or tracks that are otherwise invisible. Good to know. Follow the omens. Your mind's eye can reveal omens that guide your way. Follow them to find new evidence. Precognition. Precognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past, so you basically view what happened. Excellent. Mind Palace. Investigation of the main case reveals clues for your Mind Palace. You open C for the casebook, then switch to Mind Palace. Combine pairs of relevant clues to get evidence, deductions. Some deductions can be interpreted differently. This can lead to different conclusions. Discover all possible conclusions to fully understand the case, but it's up to you how to solve it. So every game is going to be different, essentially. You will often need to look at useful information within various city archives. Archives contain topical information. For example, City Hall holds general data about citizens and organisations, while info about specific categories of people, like criminals or patients, can be found in police or hospital records. Good. In casebook, evidence may indicate you may need to do some archive research. Fair enough. Padlocks and weak planks can be broken with a shot or melee attack. Combat. If you are crouched, hostiles are less likely to detect you. Good to know. Enemies may harm your sanity as well as your health. Some enemies have unique abilities that can come as an unpleasant surprise. Most have weak points too. Ammo and supplies are scarce. Scavenging, crafting, and quest rolls are the only source of supplies. Guns are not going to reload themselves. Fair enough. Diving. Harpoon stuns hostile creatures for a short time. Flares light your way and can distract creatures. E, if damaged, to hold slowly recover your diving suit's pressure. Okay, so we're doing this for the first time. I've not seen anything about this. Settings. I'm going to leave video alone because it's done that itself. Difficulty. Okay. Evidence in your casebook will have icon to indicate you can use it to answer the case. Newcomer. So what's... Evidence in your casebook will have no hint icons, leaving you to work out what action to take next. Okay, well, I'm going to do newcomer, and the only reason I'm going to do that is because otherwise it may be a bit of a longer game than perhaps I want. I don't want it to be easy, but at the same time, I don't want to do an awful lot of running around because that's boring. For you guys, I don't mind doing it myself. And you've got Master Sleuth, no hints, no prompts. You won't even be notified you've collected all the key evidence. Fair enough. So yeah, we'll keep it at newcomer for now because I at least have some idea of where to go. That way I'm not running around too much. Monsters have standard health and your character has standard resistance to insanity. Monsters have more health and your character has lower resistance to insanity and less health. Okay, fine. We'll keep that on normal as well. Okay. Gameplay. Compass on. Long distance interactive, yes. Crosshair, aim assist. I'm assuming that's normal. Don't know about that. Subtitles I'm going to keep on. And yeah, all just standard stuff. Okay, let's start. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outburst of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts, I assume. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we've stumbled upon the source of your ailment, and a person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johan Vanderberg. Okay. Press any button to continue. Let's go. So I'm assuming there's a lot of story involved here, so... Ew. They're all his buddies, I assume. Clearly. Clearly a very tortured individual. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so submachine gun, rounds, XP, 1 knowledge point. Okay, yeah, because I bought the Necronomicon version of this game from the Epic Store. And so we've got lots of DLC stuff and extra side quests for the Necromancers, which I've no idea what it is, but we'll see. Okay, let's have a little look around. Okay, awesome. Coral Springs showcases this for the crafting. We have a gun. Alright, so Q goes into the...
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Letter from Vanderbilt. Yeah, we've read that. Okay. Folding camera. Okay, so we've got the Mind Palace, no clues, casebook, law, skills. Oh, we've got a point to go. Okay, so let's have a look. Trapper set traps. So we get traps. 7 more pistol rounds and mine. So that is earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. Always do with more experience. So we're going to do that. We haven't got a map yet. Okay, so how do we take pictures? Not by pressing the E button. Let's have a look. The options. Casebook, flashlight, tutorial, crouch. Interact, use gadgets. So hit the tab button and you get this. Photo of a trophy plate. Awesome. Okay. So if we tab, we've got the machine gun. I don't know what that is. Med kit. We'll stick with the gun for now.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
All evidence collected. Let's have a look and see if we can see anything with the mind's eye, just to see what that's like. Okay, nothing weird. Let's go and talk to this dude.
Now get out!
Oh, okay, so he's friendly.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service.
The guy that wrote the letter.
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes.
Love the voices.
But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Well, we'll go straight to the matter.
Someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
What's the deal?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Lee. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
What's he like?
Tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton.
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Fair enough. I need something to
I
say.
need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Out of the rain, I hope.
I've already fettered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Oh, that was in the
charming.
dream he just
Don't
had at the
judge a
bottom.
book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
What do you
How
do
do you
here?
fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Goodbye.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
He'll turn out to be some
Before you
sort of
go,
cult leader or
How can I
something.
get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Press M to activate. Let's do that. Okay, so this is the map. It's quite a big place. God blimey, it's huge. Okay, so hospital, police station, archive, I assume. Okay, casebook. Okay, let's have a look. A key to a room. Yep, fine. Said no, I need to find a person. Fine. And that's the letter. Side cases, nothing there. Okay. Let's see if we can pin something. So we need to go... There's our boat. Place mark. Perfect. Okay.
We'll meet.
See if we can... yeah, so we can't talk to him anyway. Okay, let's get a move on. Ew, squid. I have to say, I'm loving this. It looks fantastic. Hi. This really does remind... It's different sort of gameplay in many ways, but reminds me of the Call of Cthulhu. Or the Call of Cthulhu, rather. Okay, under the kill bar. Let's have a look this way. I just want to do a little bit of exploring. Ah, platypi. This is an old place. Oh. What's this? I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in the cave. I fear that what may become of me. I'm singing in my brain, dancing in my eyelids every time I close my eyes. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on, and it comes. And in the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. He's here. Okay. Oh, what is that?
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Okay. I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. Let's go to the boat. Straight ahead of us. C to crouch. Sorry, control to crouch. I take it that's Mr. Throgmorton.
I don't care about your petty excuses.
Oh,
No one
wow.
leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say?
He looks so
Perhaps we
strange.
can help each other.
Your features are unusual, yeah.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Huh.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Oh, he's a very intolerant type of fellow.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins.
Just makes you ugly.
My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Especially if they're all like
Let's
you.
just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
An
You
unusual
had
word.
better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I haven't told you my price yet, pal.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. These fishermen supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
I found the lifeboat.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Oh, he's straight
Find
off the
my
boat.
son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
So I found the boat, but what I want to do is see if I can see something with the mind's eye around the boat. Oh wow, look at that. Okay.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
All evidence collected. Okay, let's talk to these people if we can.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
What the okay, let's have a look at the map, because that's got... Let's have a look at the casebook. Okay, so... Let's press R, see what happens. Oh, combine clues, okay. So this is the house. Anything going on outside? Maybe you will see tracks or something. Clearly not. Okay, let's have a look. Seems fairly empty. Lovely. Okay, that was odd. What was that? My vision did something weird here. It said something about that in the help. Okay.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. It would take tremendous effort
Okay.
to move this thing.
Let's see
let
what you
alone
find,
tossing it over
newcomer.
like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Well, hopefully a lot more than you.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh,
I love the faces.
what? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
Right,
It's
you
okay.
can tell me again.
I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Okay,
I
what
wanna
happened?
know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst.
Some
and
sort of
he
psionic
woke up.
attack, maybe?
And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
Who are
Tell
you?
me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are the
Where
others?
are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
What happened
Do
to
you know
Paul?
how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who's Kay?
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself.
Okay, let's have a
Please.
look.
Detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Yeah, I know the feeling, mate.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
So where would he have gone? No tracks, or at least none that I can see.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Wow, do you see that on the side there? Maybe I shouldn't use that too much. My insanity will start going mad or something. So this is where he was taken. What was that?
Choo choo. Ahem.
There's blood there.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house.
Poker.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Oh, okay, let's have a look. Like a
So, that's
fish.
what an Innsmouther looks
Oh,
like.
he did say that, to be fair, like a fish mouth kind of guy. Ah, here we go. Okay, no idea what that was. Press T for more information. Okay. Unless you understand events that happened in the past, inspect some evidence of the scene, visuals from where, step into it, and find all the critical scenes. Fine. So let's have another look. Can we move around? No. Okay. But yeah, that was odd. Oh wow, okay.
Take this, ape face.
Someone shot him.
What's happening?
Very strange.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, run! Yeah, run!
Okay. 1,
Take
2,
this, ape face.
3.
What's happening?
I don't think there's anything else. So. Anything else? So this is where he came down. Okay. This reminds me of a game years ago. You were an investigator on an old Arctic tanker, and you used powers very similar to these. Okay, I think. How do we get out? Okay, so that's not one at all.
What's happening?
So that'll be 1. That'll be 2.
Take this,
That'll be
ape
3.
face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself.
I understand.
He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Oops.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so Mind Palace. So. Lewis shot without warning. Sudden seismic outbreak. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence which made everyone nearby suffer. Albert returned unstable. Albert attacked the fisherman. I don't know. Lewis shot without warning. Albert fled wounded. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of Throgmortons. Could this be the reason to hate them? Possibly. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can trap them using my supernatural sense. Okay. Follow the omens. Oh, here we go.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Can we go? He went this way. This is like a practice clue. Whoops.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Firing all the way. That way.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Not blood. Okay, let's stop that for a second. Piece of clothing.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't know yet how enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping around the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. So he was in debt.
And the blood is fresh. Whoever it belongs to could not have got far.
Let's have a look around. There's upstairs as well. We'll go downstairs first, because that's where it's pointing us. Loads more blood. I like it. I like the style of investigation. I do. Gunpowder, coil springs, shell casings. We can make ammo soon.
The door won't budge. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Whoa. What the hell was that? Mine Palace. Okay. So Lewis left the crime scene. Albert fled. No, okay. So Albert fled wounded. Lewis pursued. Okay. Barney was indebted to Lewis. Lewis, the Innsmouther that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont Port. Okay, we haven't finished that off yet. I wonder if we can take a picture. Wow, look at that. That's awesome. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
More stuff. Let's have a look around. No, can't go that way. Can't go that way either. What the hell's down there? Okay, let's finish this case off. So what did he say? House brawl. Albert Thornton to his house and left. When Albert woke up, he caused an outburst of hysteria and attacked the rest of the fishermen. One of the fishermen shot him and Albert fled through the hole. Okay. I found the body of Throgmorton not far from the fisherman. He was fatally shot. Lewis, the Innsmouther that killed Albert, may be hiding at the bar. Okay, where's the map? That's the port. Warehouse. So where's the bar? Yeah, I wonder if I can see him with this. Actually, I'm going to put my gun back on because, yeah, that was kind of weird. Okay. Got that already. Was there anywhere down here that I missed? Oh, that's what goes up. Okay. They haven't said anything about these creatures. I mean, like, it's not like you see them every day. Okay, well, it's got, you know, the question mark above the house here, so let's go there and see what happens. Let's not talk to him until we've got everything.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. Choo choo. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
I'm sorry we can't skip those really, but there's something we're missing.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Okay, let's talk to these guys.
My head. I still hear those voices.
Can't talk to him, can't talk to him, he's dead. So there's still something here.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Okay. All evidence collected. So the murder was deliberate, yeah, we know that. Maybe hiding at the bar and at the port. We need to find that bar.
I've said everything I know.
Okay. No help from you then. Under the kill bar, this way. I want to talk to him before I talk to that Throgmorton guy.
Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
Oh, you're a shady
You
character.
look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Welcome to Under the Key.
Hi.
What do you want?
I need to
I'm
find
looking
Lewis
for a
Flynn.
man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. It looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Proper investigator
Tell
worth
that to
doing
Mr.
that.
Throgmorton.
No. Throck. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen
Oh, there you go,
some
creatures.
unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
So we'll stick with the C
And
then.
what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Goodbye after that. Okay, let's go and sort this out.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Okay, sorry to disturb you, mate.
Hey, who are you?
Oh,
What are you
wow.
doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances.
Straight to the point.
You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Okay, what did it...
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
Why do you people hate the
I hear
Throgmortons?
there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
Okay, what's a grand
You
family?
mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
Your actions look
The
deliberate.
things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I don't think his dad is going to say it that way.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouthers' bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I've had enough.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I'll think about it.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
No, I'm not taking a
You
bribe.
think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Okay. Let's just... Okay. I don't think that's quite as useful as having it on. I think it's only very specific times that you actually need it. Okay, let's have a look at the Mine Palace. Okay. Lewis was mentally affected. Lewis was under mental influence. Lewis killed Albert Throgmorton under sort of mental influence. He couldn't control his actions and thus cannot be blamed for Albert's death. I could try and cover for him, or else Throgmorton will have his head. Yeah, see, my way of thinking is I don't want like a rich, well-to-do family to step on throats of these people. Yeah. I found the body, but... Oh, hello.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises.
There's a surprise.
Newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
One bullet.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Neither can I. Okay, let's close this case off. What am I going to do? Let's take a look at the map. Yep, we're all down here. Okay, let's do this. Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I like that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Okay, I want to go and see if I can talk to the other guy first. I don't want to tell this guy. Maybe it'll give me... Oh, screw it. Do you know what? Sod it. This is only a little test of investigation anyway. I found the murderer.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
My deal with him was to only find his son, not tell him what happened.
No. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
Yep, murderer's
I tracked
dead.
the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't. But
That's my job.
Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness.
Didn't want to tell him I was
All
afflicted
linked to
by it.
shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Any link between the
Do
visions?
these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood.
Huh.
You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
Yeah, I'm starting to think that too.
What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
No.
Do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe, and...
He's very up himself.
When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, You've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Thank you.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that other guy. Yep, that way. Let's talk to him. And we've got a knowledge point. Let's sort that out now. Oh, we've got 2 guns. Okay. You need to stay scarce, mate. Big time.
The door won't budge.
Well, he's nowhere to be found.
You want a drink?
No. Okay. I can save it. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for now. I think that was a nice first case. It gives us an idea of what to do. I think this game is going to be a little bit more linear than I expected. But actually, I think it's really cool, and I'm looking forward to playing the rest. Please do join me. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. And if you've liked the episode, please do hit that like button. Please do join me for the next one, and we'll be kicking off right where we've started, right where I'm finishing here. Thank you very much. Take care now. See you on the next one.